We ain't spike going crazy until the sun up. You worried about that, my shoulders up. All in the kitchen can't get the cold up.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Jets. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Dak going to start out going to the air. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. This defense for the Jets, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run here with a former Longhorn with it. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jaden Blue with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Looking to put a drive together.
Don't jump.
Fields now to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early. And I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset. The offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
Here we go. Up, let's go. 258,
To throw is Fields.
Flushed out right. And incomplete on a deep ball. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. And that'll go as a 57-yard punt with a return of 12. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. You talk about this Jets defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
First down, Cowboys.
play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now Dak, he wants to change the play. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. In motion, that's Tolbert. Prescott. It's caught. Tolbert. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Javonte Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. You look at this Cowboy defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Ball again on second down. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And this one is incomplete.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here we go. 319, just back.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, 10. 551, go. Chip clear.
Now it's Fields. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Go.
Back to throw. Fields. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. They start to drive on the ground. It's Williams. Oh, he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Here we go, son. Tonight.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Fields. Forced out to his left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. That almost almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Please take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Aubrey good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Traffic there, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a third down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Right.
They'll run with one. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go. 319, good right. Angel. Right.
Here's Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
It's caught by Aguilar. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now Fields. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here we go, son. Side.
On the option right is Fields. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Don't jump. Ready? Go.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go. Right.
Out of the gun, Fields. With a football, it's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but looked up by Brandon Stevens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Down man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, 38 yards. And the Jets are back within a score. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You got them off balance after the turnover or the take. What they did.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Game now as here comes the kickoff. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Jets will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Here we go.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on their offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. And I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they'd have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop. Defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing, Prescott. The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. For Darian Mathis burying him for the sack. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. 2nd and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
Back to throw. Fields. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Savon Rebel. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
On first down, it's Blue. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First down, and they go right back to Blue. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here comes third down at 7. Prescott from the gun. Drops it to Blue. Complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, son. Extend. Green 19, Angel. Son.
Looking to throw. Fields. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A shotgun snap. Fields steps away to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Out of his end zone, Prescott. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Fields now to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't have a tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
You got to,
Here's Fields. He'll buy some time right. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich and down. Bro, coming slow situation.
here we go.
Paul want to give up the middle. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
To throw is Fields. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
From the gun, here's Fields. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets have taken a fourth-quarter lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Cowboys 21.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Prescott to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. A good play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. That's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of there where all the big boys are. You know, they can make someone miss in the open field. Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were heading for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he will lose yardage scrimmage here to the 41-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
There we go.
Now it's Fields. Flush to his right. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw, Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's the Jets punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They go with Bloom between the tackles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 6 coming up. Now Prescott going to change the play.
Hey, kill.
To throw, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Blue will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. All eyes on Fields. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Jets 32, Cowboys 28. Harrison Davis to kick off.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now Dak. That's caught by Tolbert. Into space at the 45. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Prescott. Now the ball comes loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Fields down to a knee here, and that should just about put a bow on this one. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all